Oh, hey, Carrie. Morning. I'm here, Michelle. I'm here. It was kind of a rough night last night, but morning, Silver Foxy. We're, I'm here. Angela's still at the room. Um, not getting on here and close to the room. That way nobody can say I'm using their Wi-Fi for illegal activities. That's what they have used to get us kicked out of a couple hotels. So, hey, Ashley. Just a rough night in general for Angela and her sleep and not feeling too well. Pretty good, I guess, Ashley. Pretty good. A little stressed, little stressed, a lot of blessed. Uh, so, hey, it's me. So I don't know how wild this live will get because took it off private, and immediately my numbers jumped from 7,900 to almost 8,100. So apparently there was a lot of people waiting to be added. I don't know. Yeah, they're chirping a little bit. I came down here to a shade tree this morning instead of sitting out in the sun, and try to get a little help for the hotel room today. I don't have uh, I don't have the time today like I did yesterday. So because Angela's not feeling well, so if we have to leave the room today, I have to go and get everything packed up. Where's your pineapple? Well, y'all are added now. Um, the job is not going good. Um, Thanks to threatening letters to the job, I no longer have it. Took about 3 threatening letters towards my life and anyone else's life that would have been in the store. And the first move, they was trying to hang on a second, let me get a drink. Kind of coconutty. It definitely can, pineapple. Good morning, Jennifer. The first letter they got, they took precautions to protect me. Second letter they got, they put me on administrative leave. And then they got a third letter in, and they was like, we can't just risk this. And terminated my employment. So it took them 3 letters to do it. So yeah. Hey, Jacqueline. Jay, here's the thing. They've also sent letters into a couple other places. They was kind of like where they thought I was working at. They was trying to figure it out. So they sent letters into different places that I wasn't working. hoping to get one right. And then it was slipped up and said where I was working. So, yeah. I have filed for unemployment. I haven't gotten it yet. So that's just the thing. They get mad at me when I have to come over here and ask for help. But when I'm working and trying to do better, they cost me. This is the second job that they've cost me. So it's crazy. Nobody should be going through things like that because they have to ask for help. You know, my wife slipped up and said it on the live, but they was already sending letters into multiple places, hoping that one of them was right. I found out because there's an investigation going on about it, and the investigator told me. Exactly. I'd have had a check, and the room would have been paid for 2 weeks. I shouldn't have to get off social media to be able to live a safe and private life, you know, and people not bother. I shouldn't have to get off social media for people not to bother me. Hey, Mona. Jennifer, you said it best. They got mad when I wasn't working and was having to ask for help every day. And now went to work and they cost me my job. So, yeah. I mean, all right, Carrie. Exactly, Madonna. So they don't want me on here asking for help, which need help today to keep our hotel room. If we don't get it, we'll be sleeping back in the car. We do have food stamps. Okay, Rabbit Hunter, but I was paying them back. When it was documented that I started paying them back. Didn't rip them off. I just didn't handle the situation of paying them back. Right. Done tried that, Stacy. A lot of them around here won't do that. You have to. It's. We have a lot of churches here, and if you get one of them to help you, it's amazing. Baby girl, I had started sending the money back out of my paychecks, but now I don't have a paycheck coming in to send anything back. You know, and it was documented by one of the trustworthy awareness guys on here that I was paying them back. you know. I talk. If you'd have been listening, I talk. So, are you gonna make fun because I breathe heavy? I mean, is that what you're gonna do there? Battling used to help, and I've said that we used to do battles. We used to make pretty good at doing battles, but now every time we do a battle, um, the trolls rush to the other side, tell them how bad of a people we are, this, that, and the other, and then the battles get dropped. We never get to finish a battle. We never get to be halfway done with the battle until they drop it because, oh, well, I don't want to be doing a battle with someone who's a piece of crap, and that's what they're getting told on the other side. We've actually signed up for Spark, and I'm trying to see if my DoorDash is still active. How is it strange, Journey? Or do you not? Is there an age limit for people having problems? And is there an age limit for that? I didn't know there was an age limit for people having problems and getting stuck in bad situations. Madonna, I would too. Hey, Lauren. Only place to donate plasma is about an hour. We're about 45 minutes away. I haven't made it out of this bad situation yet, you know. So I'm just saying, Journey, how fast are you supposed to get out of a bad situation when you get stuck in one? When you lose your home, you lose your vehicle, and you're basically starting at anything. How fast are you supposed to come out of that, Journey? Since you got the answers to that, since you seem to know. Answer the question, Journey. How fast are you supposed to come out of it when you lose everything virtually in the span of a few weeks? I do not have my CDLs. How come you can't answer the question I asked you? It's a simple question. Do you not have the capacity to answer it? Exactly, Jennifer. It takes a while. I mean, we'll sleep in the car when we have to. I mean, we've done it before. It's. I was sleeping in the car and going to work when I first started the job at Harbor Freight. Before, you know, there's videos up on all that, AJ. You can go find the video and look it up. I'm not getting into that too much. I mean, what story are you wanting to hear? I mean, I can't donate plasma myself, even if I went up there and done it. I can't because some of the medications I'm on. We have been in this situation a little bit over a year. We lost our house, and we was living with my dad. Situation got really bad there, and we left. We was like, I told my wife, I was like, look, we got the money. We'll go stay at the hotel, and we'll be in a better situation. I didn't realize after getting in the hotel that it was the cycle that it puts you in of it takes everything you have to just keep the hotel room. So, and it just we had a nice truck. Oil pump went out on the truck, and it was going to cost way more to fix than I had, and ended up losing the truck. I had to just let the truck go back. Figured when I came off live, this is where it would go to. So, well, Monroe, if people would leave me alone and let me, when I get a job, let me stay there and work without sending unalive threats in, um, we wouldn't be in this situation because I would have had a paycheck. I could have paid for the room. Apple user, no, it's me and my wife and a fur baby. She's just not here with me because we did have a room last night. She's at the room now. Um, Lord have mercy. They're in the investigator's hands, Queen Bee. So, there's actually a few other places that I didn't even work at that got letters too, because they was just sending letters out to places they thought I worked. Um, so if we can figure out who sent them, right now it's all under investigation. Of course, you're not going to put your real name and stuff on a letter you're sending in to threaten somebody's life. Uh, but everything's been turned over to the investigator. It's been sent. Everything that I had has been turned over to them. The screenshots of people following me around town and posting it on here and posting on another page. I'm from Dyersburg, Tennessee. Yeah, Elbow, I did. Amy, that is something that we are definitely thinking about doing. So it's honestly, I need $70 today to keep the room for another night. If we don't get it, we'll sleep in the car. You know, whether I'm on TikTok or off TikTok, they still do this. You know, thank you, Carla. And that's been proven time and time again that Tam, I don't know. Salvation Army will not help you with a hotel room. However, I've answered that question twice since you started asking it. Me and my dad don't have a good relationship. I do owe a couple people money, yes I do. I don't know who Faith is. If I was paying the room by the week, it's actually cheaper. Well, Sean, I'm not in Michigan or South Carolina, so see, that's just the thing. We leave and they still know where I'm at. It doesn't accomplish anything. Only thing it accomplishes is that we leave the town that we grew up in, the few friends we have left. You know, that's the only thing it accomplishes is we just leave everybody behind. Um, so it doesn't accomplish anything when they're just going to figure out where I'm at. Because one guy has followed me around town. One guy sat here, and this is the guy that everybody holds so highly, and sat there the other day and tells me, I'm going to give you this guy's real name who's following around your town because I don't think that's right. But then proceeds to tell me, when he got mad at me online, proceeded to tell me everywhere I had went for the last 6 or 7 days. Tam, it's that's not even an option because I got off of social media. I got off of um, I got off of social media. Stayed gone for over a month off TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Only thing I had was my Snapchat that my friends have, and that's the only ones that have it. And um, was still being talked about daily. Was still being followed around. Pictures were still being posted of us. People were still talking about bad about us, and we wasn't even on here. So, while child help would definitely be appreciated, I couldn't tell you when I could pay it back, and I don't know what happens tomorrow or the next day. We're just one day and then at a time right now. Julie, it is, but when we finally got a name, because unfortunate, a lot of these people who do this stuff hide behind anonymous names and anonymous pictures on here. So it's not like, not like you, Julia, where you have your picture and your name on here. That would be very easy to figure out who you was. The person who was doing it to me was a picture of a rapper and um, you know, and a fake name. Lions, tigers, and bears. I wasn't saying his name, but he gave up someone else's information for being a stalker, but then told me where I had been. No, Michelle, he wasn't. I'm trying to catch up with everything, guys. I don't have the means to get to the next town over, more or less come to Ohio. Hold on, sorry. Something had to happen. I borrowed money from someone off this app, and I didn't handle it correctly when I paid it back. I handled it completely wrong, and it got turned over to an awareness group, and it just snowballed since then. Denise, because we can sleep in the car. I mean, we do have the car to sleep in, so I mean, why would I get a tent? Two people. Oh, $30 to one and 65 to the other. So it's I've got it down to owing them $95 out of what was borrowed, and it was only $150 borrowed. Well, we don't, Denise. We don't have anywhere to set up a tent. I would have to find some place to set up the tent. Tam, I just explained everything that happened. I handled the first situation terribly wrong. Um, I've always said that. I've always owned that part that I handled it terribly, terribly wrong, and it got turned over to a lot of awareness groups, and finally the guy with all the tattoos took it and ran with it, and then when awareness became the thing to do on TikTok, he got hit for that, and then it was like, oh, you're on here begging for money, you're on here begging for help, yeah, because you know because we're desperately needing some help, and because I have to ask for help, I'm a scammer and a piece of shit. That's just the way they've put it out there. You know, I'm trying to answer everybody. If I miss a question, I do not have the letters. The investigator has all the letters. So We don't have any children. It's not an option, baby girl. Her dad passed away quite a few years ago, and so if people would leave me alone and let me work, yeah, getting a job is very possible. Um, you know, Michigan, I did until threatening letters kept coming in, and it cost me my job. Believe me when I say I've got applications in everywhere in this town trying to find something else. Hey Lola, you ain't been in a while. Um, Call them. I love how y'all can tell me what goes on in my life. So I'm just gonna be quiet and y'all tell me what goes on in my life. I'm sorry, guys. I was sending a text back. Um, Michelle, I missed your question somehow. I was working at Harbor Freight and absolutely loved my job. You know, uh, cannot say a bad word about this Harbor Freight down here. Um, um, Worked with a great crew of people. Um, I mean, it was just, you know, if I had $1 for every time someone has said, "Don't tell them where you work," and I've had to explain that today, I'd go pay the rent for a week. Bluegrass State, it would be depending on where, and I would have to talk to Angela before I could say yes to that. But we have been talking about that a lot between each other, and it's just, you know, well, baby girl, when the letters are coming in, they're saying that we're going to come and unalive. I have to kind of edit this. We're coming to unalive and put my Tim McCord and anybody else who's in the store when we get there. And letters like that come in multiple times. They have to take the safety of the store and the other employees. Uh, you know, in thought. That's why there's a police investigation going on with this. It wasn't just like uh, Bluegrass. DM me on that. We'll talk more in private over all that. Yeah, I've got copies of everything, and I've also been informed don't show them online. So I'm not going to go against what the detective said in the active investigation just to make some people happy by showing them the letters that I've gotten from these people. So, um, yeah, Larva, we did. I mean, I filed for unemployment and I'm did the renewal thing this morning because you do the renewal on Mondays. Elbow, I answered that while ago while you was in here. Like, so I'm not gonna keep answering the same questions while you asked by almost the same people. Just a couple of weeks at this time, Michelle. Because they put me on administrative leave, and I was actually terminated while I was on administrative leave, and didn't know it. So, I think I missed about half of. Um, Michelle, we had it paid up. We had the room paid up. We do get EBT, so that's been. Um, Lene, I do agree. Getting a camper would be awesome. Um, but yeah, we um, had it paid up for my checks and stuff, and no, my wife does not get a disability check. And if y'all can't see part of the harassment that we get from these awareness groups, because that Matilda guy is in awareness, and he's been on here doing nothing but harassing us this whole time, and that's all he will do. I have applied for the McDowell Center. Nope, I've never once said she's gotten her disability. Well, he's a part of that awareness part that's just stop already, and all those, those people that claim to be awareness. So yeah, they're awareness. They just might be the crappy side of awareness. So, but we're in the hotel for about another hour, um, unless I get some help with the room, because I don't I don't have it paid for today. So unless I get help with $70 to go towards the room, guys, we're staying in the car again. Yeah, the hotel cannot be paid directly, unfortunately. Um, but I have no issue showing if someone helps me and they want to see the receipt for it. I have no issue showing the receipt that it was paid. So I just will not get on here and post it to everybody. It would be nice. And Wendy, we've actually talked about going up there and starting to look, but no, it's not a little fishy. A lot of hotels can't be paid directly if they're not a big chain. Well, we're not staying at a Holiday Inn or something like that. Um, so this is a little locally owned hotel. So so I'm glad all y'all are experts on everything. So the hotel I'm staying at cannot be paid over the phone. Tim, call around some of the hotels here and ask them if you can pay over the phone and see how many tells you no. Call the Motel 6. Call the Days Inn. Um, I'm trying to think of another. Call the Econo Lodge down here. Call Quality Inn down here and ask all them if you can pay over the phone and see what they say. Now, when you call Holiday Inn or Sleep Inn, yeah, you can make arrangements to pay it over the phone. So, did you get blocked? I don't know. You may have got blocked by accident. There's a lot of blocking going on. No, this one's not even online to book. It's just a little locally owned hotel. I think there's a handful of rooms. I'll go back and look. It may got blocked by an accident. So, because there is a lot of blocking going on, and you might have been hit. I can, but it'd be after I go off the live before I can unblock anybody. But and it looks like we'll be checking out today because I've gotten no help. Only I've gotten is a lot of bickering between people and so it's what it is. Hey Brenda, how are you doing? Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, yeah, I tell you, completely understand that pineapple. I definitely appreciate that. I have PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo or CA. I forgot you can't say them two dastardly words on here anymore. What's the HR lady's name? I'm in Tennessee. Doc, I just tagged you in it. What? Your name came HR Harbor Freight? For one, I doubt they would ever say come see me because the HR that we have is located in California. And I'm in the state of Tennessee, so, it'd be kind of hard to go see HR. We don't have HR at the store. So, GG, the closest big city that I'm to, I don't know if you consider Jackson a big city. I'm about 35, 40 minutes away from Jackson, about an hour and a half away from Memphis. I'm about an hour and a half north of Memphis. So, okay, GG. We're the last city that you would go through if you was going to Missouri. Oh, this might have been what they just seen and thought it was. Yeah, well, I'm in Dyersburg, little town like Seriously, if you're going to Missouri from Tennessee, you go through this town. Oh yeah, definitely. Memphis is too dangerous. Memphis is no. Hey Donna. Yeah, Carla, we're not that far away from Henning, Tennessee. I'm not for sure exactly how far that is away, but it's I'm not 100% sure. It's not that far away, but it's not that close. Something I'd have to look up to know exactly where. I've been to Henning. From Gatlinburg, I'm on the other end of the state. Like it's at least 6 hours away from Gatlinburg. Oh, that's cool. Actually, we're in exiting towns. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he was yet. I get that a lot too. I get a lot of people asking, "Hey, what's this? How can I help?" And then they just get my stuff just to turn it in. Then some people actually do help. It just takes them a couple minutes to do it. But I don't think we're getting any kind of help today. So, but we're gonna. No, we're not near a casino. The nearest casino is in Missouri, about 40 minutes away, and no, there's no gambling problem. Couldn't tell you the last time we been there. Like seriously, Thanksgiving a few years ago, we went with some friends. So Mary Green, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, figured that's what it was. Just the good old penny fairy sending me pennies. Go ahead, I don't care. They add up. So So making fun of me breathing and body shaming me is the thing you are going to do at this point because you can't make me mad today. I don't know if we'd be completely out of the situation, but the situation would be better. You're fine, Carrie. Other mods are catching it, and so it's just they do need Jesus because that penny come along with a message that I'm a lying fat elf. I'm trying not to cuss these days. Uh, I'm a lying fat elf. Elf, y'all know what I mean. And that's coming from the great and all powerful penny fairy that everybody thinks is just a great person on here because of the work he does. But thank you for your penny fairy. I appreciate you, man. Show the message. Oh, well, Let's see. Give me a second. Let's see. Give me a second. Second. Sorry. I had to go get that screenshot because show the message? Sure. Figure out what I'm doing here. That's not it. That's not it. So, okay, yeah. Sure. There's your penny fairy. We'll take that off. Let's do that another way. Don't want to do it with a background. We have not gotten anything towards the room yet. Okay. So is that better? First of all, penny fairy, it's YOU''RE. So for the people who just think he's the great almighty, y'all catch that time? They don't body shame. They don't say anything about anybody's weight. They don't do this. They don't do that. It's not the real penny fairy. That's your defense for it? That's not the real penny fairy? Okay. That's the defense for it, guys. That's not the real one. He's been hacked. When he does something horrible, it's not the real one. He would never do anything like that. He would never make cartoons making fun of people on his page either, would he? He would never do anything like that. That's not the real penny fairy. Oh, Pineapple, because he's such a great guy. He would never do anything like that. So that's how they all know it wasn't the Penny Fairy. Because he's such a great guy. He would never, never, never do anything wrong or say anything bad about anybody. So, so y'all know that's not him just from that fast of a thing. Okay, the effect's not on my hand anymore. It was on my hand. I mean, so are y'all saying that the Penny Fairy doesn't have cartoons up on his page making fun of people? Little songs making fun of people? Are y'all saying he doesn't do that? So it's wrong for others to have someone's name on here. So then Matilda would definitely be wrong by using my wife's picture several times over to make fake accounts. Pennies do add up. I don't know when it was made. How would I know when it was made? I mean, I didn't see the account come on here. Someone asked me for my PayPal because I acted like they was going to help me, and I gave it to them. And the next day, I'm getting this Penny Fairy stuff again. Yeah, I'm in Tennessee. Thank you, Matthew. Just saying, I'm in West Tennessee. Thank you for the gifts, Matthew. I appreciate that. Not any active shelters close to us. And the only one we did have was a female shelter. Y'all hang on one second. Any active shelters close to us. And the only one we did have was a female shelter. Y'all hang on one second. Retha Ann, I am not. The threatening letters to my job cost me my job. So I've called 211. It puts you in contact with the homeless solution, West Tennessee homeless solution. And we've been on that list for about almost a year now. So, well, Barry the Squirrel, you can gladly call and ask around if you don't believe it. Because, not every town has a shelter for homeless, especially when it's not a very big town. So, a little bit over a year we've been homeless. GG, no clue. Working on finding another job now so we can keep a room, and that's really the only plan that I have. Um, so Pineapple, our shelter here was a woman's shelter, and it was ran on a volunteer basis where people had to volunteer to go in and work it, and most nights it didn't even open. Um, so yeah, we've looked around for a room to rent. Um, so Angela slipped up on a live and said where I work, but they was already mailing letters into just random places to I tell you, it is just relentless when you come off private. And then they want to talk about you when you're on private. But I think the only good thing that comes out of being on private, because they still will have fake accounts watching and setting it up for other people to watch. Um, is you don't have to worry about blocking a bunch of ignorance. You know, that's about the only good thing I think. Because even when I'm on private, there's still uh, the country snark page will still stream me, and they host events. We're like, oh, he's live, so come watch this here. You know, but it's like I hope and pray, I really do, that none of them that is I hope none of them has to go through losing everything. Some of them, need something to open their eyes up. But I would never sit there and wish what we've gone through and what we go through on anybody. You're right, Mona. They do. They, if you come in here and just try to talk to us, they'll come at you. Um, it's you know, it is what it is. I guess, guys. That's what I try to do, Gigi. I try. Well, I try to even treat people better than that. You treat me like crap, that's fine. Pineapple. That's been the big question. It's like if I make $500, like I go and I work a job and I get my paycheck, it's $500, and I decide that I want to give every bit of it away. There's just nobody's business but mine, right? Oh well, we make it our business because you get on here and you beg innocent people for their money. Listen, I'm asking for help. If you can't help, I understand that, guys. Don't put yourself in a bad spot to help me out. It's kind of that easy. You can't help, don't help. You know, and that's how it should be. It's like you shouldn't take if you're sitting there and I'm sitting here asking, just in general, anybody who's watching for help. I'm not asking anybody to take their last $10 and send to me. I'm not hounding you for to do this and not do that. If helping me is going to go cause a hardship with somebody with you, don't help. Yeah, because they believe everything someone else tells them. They believe everything everybody else tells them. It's like Guardians of Valor had said that I before Labor Day I'd quit my job. Not true. Not true. I worked that whole Labor Day weekend. I worked my ass off that whole Labor Day weekend. I was off Labor Day. I came back and worked. I even worked a shift for somebody else the following Friday. But because he says that's not how it happened, I'm lying. And I did go in. Sure, Wild Child. But my mod did not pay 3 weeks at the hotel. I paid for the hotel with my paychecks. No, didn't lie about it. I went into work. So, but because they said it, I wasn't working. I had no paycheck. So Whispering Hills, I didn't work at all at Harbor Freight. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? What was that, Ron? She can do limited work. She was working at McDonald's doing the lobby and the call-ins and stuff like that. Not calling in from work, but calling in from people, trolls off of here. So because that's what he said, that's what happened. Ron, right now the story going around is that you bought us the car. It's in your name, and you bought us the car. Okay, so see, this is what I'm saying because someone else tells that story. That's the truth. But when I can sit here and say what happened to me in my life that I live daily, 24 hours a day, I'm Tim. 24 hours a day, these people are not me. Right? They're not me. So how are y'all? I just don't understand it. You know, people will believe what someone who isn't here in my life, y'all believe them over everything else. So it doesn't matter what I say or what I do. Y'all gonna believe what anybody else. I'm not. I'm not even. Y'all people working my nerves today. Got a text that Angela got us till 12 o'clock to have the money, so that's good. It's the point of it's like I don't understand. Well, child, you asked me if you could ask a serious question, and I didn't see the question pop up. Okay, I went back and seen the question. I don't know how it gets through. Hey, James, I don't know how it works for tomorrow. Um, I don't know. I really don't. I'm just trying to get through a day at a time, and that's the honest to God answer. Hey, Jennifer, Ron, you're right. There is. It's like, listen, I could get on here and not say a word, and y'all would say I said something in that live that fits the agenda. Sublime, I just legit just answer that. I don't know. I'm just trying to get through a day at a time. Right now, Monday is the day that's ahead of me. That's the day I'm focused on. Tuesday gets here, we're worried about Tuesday. You know, it's not the best answer, but that's the only answer I got. Exactly, Ron. Pineapple, you said it the best right there. To the top. Apple user, I have asked daily. I have. Not go hide that, not go deny that. I have. The last few days, I've had to ask every day for help. When I was working, getting checks coming in, we wasn't on here asking for help. Wouldn't be on here now asking for help if I'd have just got left alone. And it's like, and I'm not even on here blaming the awareness people at this point anymore. It's people who's watching their lives and decided that, hey, let's go cause these problems. Angel, I don't either. Believe me, I have. I wish there was a way to pin exactly what happened up so I didn't have to repeat this again. I know some of y'all are just coming in and asking the question. Live, laugh, love, that is, it makes wanting to leave this town and start over somewhere else look better and better every day. I lost my job because someone was sending in unalive threats. An Apple user, if someone can't help, don't help. You know, it's that simple. If you can't help someone, don't help someone. Don't send a prayer to them. Hey, that's welcomed 1,000 times over. You know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's not a bad idea, Space Cadet. As far as I know, they have not. Um, Live, laugh, love. I roll these back windows down. There's a little more airflow through here. There's been a few other places that I wasn't working, got letters also. Thank you, Space Cadet. So, thank you, Jennifer. If I was on here selling makeup or a celebrity that was, you know, on here doing battles and stuff, I'd be perfectly fine. Yeah, Angela did let it slip on a live, um, but they was already mailing letters out. So, no, it wasn't a month ago. It was only a couple of weeks ago, and I actually just found out last week that they was terminating me. So, yeah. They're mailing it to me. Been doing this for years. Okay, what this is a request that I'm just going to put it out there, and I'm just going to request. Um, this is going straight to the awareness groups. Would you all get together and figure out how long you're all going to say I've been doing this? Because some of y'all say I've been doing this on TikTok for 4 or 5 years, but I've only had this TikTok for just a little bit over a year, by maybe a year and a half. So then some of y'all say I've been doing this for 5 years, and some of y'all say I've been doing this for 2 years, and then so would y'all at least get together and figure out how long y'all going to say I've been in a bad spot? Can y'all at least do that? You know, just curious. Can y'all do that for me? That wasn't a dig at the just curious guy. That was just me saying just curious. Um, so yeah, exactly, Ron. We had a house. Had that nice little Honda Civic too. Man, I missed that car. Duck, Harbor Freight's where I just got terminated from. Live, laugh, love. They're mailing me my last check. So yeah, they are doing that. Oh, I didn't see the one about unemployment. Yeah, okay. I see it. I just didn't answer it. My fault. Um, I've actually put in for my unemployment. I don't know if I'm gonna get it or not. We've signed up for Spark. DoorDash is just a flooded thing around here. Go to McDonald's right now, there'll be 20 people sitting out there doing DoorDash. It's just insane. We have signed up for Spark because they need some Spark drivers. I need help with the hotel room. The hotel is $70. If anybody can help with anything towards the hotel, it'd be appreciated. Spark is the Walmart delivery stuff, where we would just go pick up the groceries, pull up in like the pick up the groceries and or whatever they've got, and just deliver them. I've got nothing this morning, so why does that taste like coconut water? I need 70 to pay the room today. So On a side note, Angela picked this up. Didn't like it. I like the Gatorade version of it. She doesn't have anybody she can just stay with. They have a warning on here about please remove cap and disc before drinking. I've never seen anything that has a twist top on it that gives you a warning with to take the cap off before drinking. Silver Springs, how do you know I don't have car insurance? We have been married for 24 years. This coming April will be our 25th year, April 23rd. What? Oh, the people are coming from overseas. That's it. It may be. I don't know. Surely you would know to take the cap off, though. I mean, surely they have bottle caps overseas too. So, warning: please remove bottle cap before drinking. It was just really weird. Space Cadet, you're right. People eat Tide Pods. Yeah, I have tried temp agencies. All right, guys. I'm still waiting for Silver Springs to explain to me how she knows or how they know if I have car insurance or not. I do call them daily. Now that I've never thought about doing, CC. And when I leave here, I'm going to go check on that. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how they know I don't have car insurance. See, it was like, how does people think they know stuff like that? See, that's the how would you even know that to say he doesn't have car insurance? His car, when he got tags on his car, He signed him over. He signed his car over to somebody else. Oh, but I got a license plate on the back of my car right now. I guess I don't have that on there. And I'm reading everything they're sending. I'm just trying to. Oh man, I didn't know the paper one was a temporary one. What would that blue one be on the back of my car then? You know, the one made out of metal. What's that? Is that temporary also? Need help with our hotel room today. We're $70. The room is $70. I don't have any of it. I mean, Lacey, that's something you can call and ask them because they said they would be mailing me my last check. I don't know if I'm mailing my last check with a termination letter in it because our HR is not in the store. The HR for Harbor Freight is actually in California. Tell you, if you ever need an expert on something, just get on TikTok. I do not live in Canada. I was fired because of the threatening letters. You ain't heard anything going off on my phone because I don't even have the sound turned up. I mean, you might be hearing PayPal go off because the Penny Fairy keeps sending me a penny. I don't know. I've signed up for Spark, and I'm trying to see if my DoorDash is still active. No, I'm not ignoring that question. I've done answered that question probably 50 times. So it's like I answer the question, and then as soon as I answer it, someone else asks the question. I'm trying to find another job now. I've got applications in just about everywhere in this town. Oh, I'll just let them send the pennies. He ain't bothering me. So I wouldn't say donate or leave. You can stick around, Pauline. I thank you for saying I'm a good guy, but nobody has to donate. If you don't want to donate, that's fine. Uh, Stick around and talk. You know, I'm not telling anybody to donate or leave. That's not anything I'm saying personally. You do not have to donate. If you feel like you want to, that's fine. That's great. Would be appreciated. But it's Mary Green. I tell you, I do feel blessed that when we don't have a hotel room, that we have the car to stay in. So I'm gratefully blessed about that, because I know a lot of people do have it worse than we do. Dreamy Girl, I'm hoping it stops soon. That's the most honest answer I can give for that. I hope it stops soon, because it was stopping because I was working. Um, so it was stopping. I wasn't coming on here and asking for help. I was just giving updates. Hey, we're doing great. We're doing this. I was paying for the hotel room. You know. Well, Pauline, please do not say donate or leave. I'm not saying you meant that in a bad way, but that's not the vibe here. That's not, um, that's not how I operate. If you can't donate, that is fine. Hey, only thing I ask is don't come on here and be hateful. That's it. That's the only thing I ask. If you're going to come on here and be hateful, move on. Yeah, the closest place to do plasmas is about 35, 40 minutes away. I'm not sure where it is in town. I'm not going to mod anybody. Um, and with one of the meds that I'm on, I can't donate plasma. I can't even donate blood with one of the meds I'm on. Um, so, but I've got some mods in here. They're doing a great job. I'm not going to mod anybody else. Uh, but by all means, if you can't donate, listen, that's fine. You know, now listen, we're not going to argue amongst each other in the chat either. All right, nobody has sent me anything but the penny fairy today. So, and I'm telling them now, let's not argue amongst each other in the chat. Veronica, I'm needing $70 to keep our room. I've got to 12 o'clock to ever have the money or to be out. Um, we have been in a bad spot for about a year. A little bit over a year we've been homeless. Um, and I'm taking all the suggestions. Some, I don't know. Do you want me just to do everything they say as soon as they say it? I understand that, Mary. I get that. I really do. I've worked my whole life, so it's just a chain of events put me in a spot that I never thought I'd be in. My wife is back at the room. All right, they're out of here. I'm tired of them. We still have the pup, yes, or well, she's not a pup. She's like 12 years old. Excuse me for the burps. Then I haven't been on here every day for the last year asking for help. So, I mean, do y'all think it's okay to just bash somebody because they need to ask for help? I mean, Angela T, you are exactly right. It is. And I will definitely appreciate those prayers, Nana Sheila. I'll get your name right here in a minute. Angela T said hotels and motels are a vicious cycle to get out of, and they are. If I had the money, I would buy a used camper. I mean, you know, it's I would love to be in that situation where I could go get a camper. You know, my wife does help with stuff. Gigi, no, we don't. Not anybody that can help with getting us past the situation. But that's still not a solution for today. It's like there's no shelter in this area. There's a woman's shelter. I don't think it's still open at this point. So I'm in Tennessee. It is pineapple. It is. So two people just so happen to be saying the exact same thing. Tell me you're a troll account without telling me you're a troll account. Never heard of that one. Shipped? No, you never heard of that one. I'll have to look into that one. I'm going to screenshot that part. That way I know I don't forget. I'll have to look into that one. I'm going to screenshot that part. That way I know I don't forget what it's called. No, it's I'm parked up beside a ball field. There's a lot of traffic. The road that goes down beside the ball field. All right, Minnie. I can't check it until I get off the live, which I'm gonna have to be getting off here in a few minutes. So, no, we don't have a Target near us. I'll get Angela to check it. Somebody get on here just to say something ugly. Oh, okay. I'll still check it out. My wife does have some health issues, so a tent wouldn't be a great idea. Plus, we don't have anywhere to set up a tent. We've done kind of talked about that. I don't have anywhere I can set up a tent. I mean, I don't have friends with land or anything that I could go set a tent up on. Thank you, T. The prayers are enough. Thank you. Christine, I haven't gotten any help at all towards the room today. Managed to get quite a bit of hate, but that's about it. The room is 70. $12. Well, we finally got into the cheaper one. They stay booked up pretty solid. Yeah, well, it's supposed to be 11 there, but they gave us an extra hour because I have Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. We're going to pray through it anyway. We're going to pray through everything, guys. What is what? Of CA, PayPal, and Venmo. I haven't got anything at this point. I just tagged you in my PayPal. No, I haven't done this on Facebook for years. Right when we first became homeless and needed some help, I did get on Facebook and ask some of the sites, like Dyersburg Free and stuff like that, for help. But I was asking sites and stuff that was geared towards helping people for help. So I just answered that. I'm not going to let a bunch of trolls just send the same comment over and over and over and over. Wild Child, it definitely helps. I mean, I need the full 70. I haven't had any help at all with it today. Anything at all towards it helps. No, there's a woman named Wendy who's got the free site in Dyersburg. Appreciate that, Space Cadet. We're going to stay positive through it all, though. We're going to pray about it. You can't help financially, pray about it for us. Send us a prayer. They're always welcomed. Thank you, Amber. Or Amba. Is it Amba? Thank you. So that helps a lot. That jumps us up to only needing 35 for the room. We really appreciate that. I don't know what favorite app is. I have both of them, Wild Child. The where she just sent to was my PayPal. Whichever one you need to use, I can send it to you. Okay. Yes, I need 35 now. Wild Child, I tagged you in it. Well, thank you anyway, Jennifer. My Venmo got locked once before, and I had to. I spent like 4 hours on the phone. Thank you, T. Just to get it unfrozen. And I'll be checking that out, Walker. Thank you. We have our fur baby. We have Juju. She's at the room with my wife. I don't know, Mary Ellen. Maybe, maybe not. Day by day at this point. So I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. I appreciate that. You can always send me a message. But I do have applications in everywhere in this. I don't have them up there in Duncan, so I never think about places in New Bern, really, to be honest with you. Private, I wished I knew the answer to that. I mean, that's just. I don't know how to magically answer that question with that. So. But right now we are $35 short still on the room. I've got very little time left. Exactly, Meanie. Because we was Gigi, the only parent I have left is my dad, and me and him don't have a good relationship. So. I've tried a few times to fix it. I was in retail for my last job. So. If anybody can help with the last $35 for this room or anything towards it. We was working at McDonald's at one point, and they cost us that job too. Cost me and my wife both that job. Then I got another job at Harbor Freight, and they cost me that job. So, and then they get on here and get mad when I have to ask for help. So it's like I don't know. It's kind of like pineapple. I am not. Oh my goodness. Wild Child, what are you talking about? Oh, crap. I read that wrong. I thought somebody just sent us $40 for the room, but they was requesting $40 for my cash out. So I thought, for a second there, I thought we had the help. So you're not going to help us now, Wild Child? I mean, I understand if you don't want to. She sent me 35. So the 35 is still there. Okay, Jennifer. And I thought somebody had sent me 40, and that was going to finish out the room. But then when I went up to look at it again, it says they requested 40. I'm still 35 short. And then they sent another one requesting $50 for get a job, $40 for stop begging. Mary Ellen, I'm sorry. I didn't see your comment. I've tried to work on my. I answered that a second ago. You might not have been in here, but you had to be because we was talking about it. I've tried working on my relationship with them, and it's basically gone nowhere. So she stayed back at the hotel room to get everything together in case we didn't come up with the money, and I'm fixing to have to go pick her up because we're still $35 short. Um, I do have Venmo, Mini. I agree with you. Life is too short, and I've been the bigger man about it and tried to repair the relationship. And Um, it's just, I don't know what else to do at this point. I have wholeheartedly forgiven him on, the things he said and did to us. Minnie, it's me. It'll have a picture of me on it. Um, so y'all are not suggesting anything that I haven't already done. I made the phone call and I was like, look, yeah, Minnie, that's it. It should have my picture on it though. It's the only Venmo I've got. I've gone to him. I'm like, look, let's put everything behind us. I'm sorry for what I said. Let's just move on. Um, he called me the other day. We talked for about 5 minutes. So now the phone's not always paid. Sometimes I'm just using it on Wi-Fi. Yeah, he knows we're homeless. So I have been, Julie, because it's really been bothering me a lot because I'm coming up on October 1st. October the 1st is, it's been 32 years since I lost my mother. I've lived, sorry, that last one just kind of got to me a little bit. See, these accounts go to that length of making a troll account that says your dad hates you. We're $15 away from having the room. I've got about 30 more minutes. It really is, Gigi. And then the same person is going to make an account that says your dad hates you, and then get back on here with, oh, feelings hurt. I don't know how they make them that fast. Yes, we do have food, but anyway. Yeah, that one hurt because I'm dealing with a time of, I don't have a mother. She passed away 32 years ago, and then someone's going to get on here and be a jerk off and make an account that says your dad hates you, when me and my dad don't have a great relationship right now, and I would love to have one with him. I would love for it to be like it used to be with my dad.
I gotta get off here, guys. I'll talk to y'all later.